We met together in one project and that was very hectic, and we used to stay at office long hours. So that triggered a discussion like among us, like can we not do something?
We used to go home in 3 a.m. In morning. Sometimes we used to stay in the office for a couple of days.
In initial years we were only focused, as I said, like 1,000 days. We were only focused on can we sustain.
We were pretty young. I had my newborn baby who was just born. He was 3 months old. His child was again 3-4 months old. So leaving the job and starting no future, clear future, no regular income was a bigger risk. Didn't have the visibility about the customer, about India, that things are not on time, deliveries will not happen on time, lack of meeting the commitment. So basically that thought process which or the perception that Japanese has about Indian market, Indian software market, that is something that we want to break.
Together a company called as Vertex. Then that Vertex got took over by Entity Data. So from the start of our career we had working experience with Japanese client as well as global clients like Microsoft. Then somewhere we met together in one project and that was very hectic, and we used to stay at office long hours. So that triggered a discussion like among us, like can we not do something? And we started journey. We worked for many years, like around 6 years. In that we did our MBA finance in the Vertex. And then at some point we thought, no, it's all done.
Basically, it was a point. Particularly there was one project where we used to go home in 3 a.m. in morning. Sometimes we used to stay in the office for a couple of days, and then we thought, we are doing something wrong. Maybe let us think, can we do something better? Okay, so of course we were in IT and that was our focus area, and we were working for Japanese projects. So together we spent around 6 years, and that was all Japanese projects. So we thought that okay, so this is where we can do better, because we have the connections now. We understand how this culture works, how to deal with these people, and the crux was that the promise of delivery. So that's where we thought that okay, we will do on that lines, that okay, we will start our company and we'll say that okay, we commit something and we do that. So that's where we started our journey. And so name ThinkSmart came from that background, that okay, do something better, think smart, and improve what we are doing.
We started in 2012, so it's been 7 years now. And in initial years we were only focused, as I said, like 1,000 days. We were only focused on can we sustain. So it was a new journey. There were many hurdles. Everything was new. As an entrepreneur, as a market we were knowing when we were working as a developer, but as an entrepreneur it was a completely different journey. To hire employees, to retain them, to keep watch on new customers. So the stability was the main point. And fortunately we got good projects or good clients initially from where we could sustain. And now that sustenance has changed to growth. Now we are looking for growth. So that has completely changed. Now again, the challenges we had at day one and now the challenges what we have are completely different. So sustenance, I think, is not an issue for us right now. Only the growth we are looking, where we can expand. And Japan is the thing where we have a strong foundation and we think we can build on that.
Just to adding what Sagar said about the initial days. So see, we were pretty young. I had my newborn baby who was just born. He was 3 months old. His child was again 3-4 months old. So and leaving the job and starting no future, clear future, no regular income was a bigger risk. Okay, and of course, we didn't have the visibility about the customer, and it is. We were focused on the development, but how to handle the legal part, how to handle the customers, how to handle the business and the processes. So all that was new that we started learning, and that's what 1,000 days was like take over at a time. So 1,000 days was like, okay, we will, even there are hurdles for 1,000 days, will not quit. At any point of time, at any issue, even though there is no money or no sleep or anything for that matter, will not quit for 1,000 days. We'll take it till 1,000 days, and then we'll see how it goes. So that was the thought.
See, I am born and brought up in Pune. It is a town near Mumbai, if many of you are not aware. So I did my production engineering from Government College of Engineering. Then as my background was production, I joined manufacturing company. There I used to work 3 shifts. And then I realized manufacturing working 3 shifts is not my cup of tea. And then I shifted to maybe software. So I learned softwares and I joined Vertex Software. There again, so there I learned Japanese, and it was a good journey till then.
So basically, I come from very humble background. I born and brought up in a village which is near Nasik. The name of the village is Vanjarwadi, and I used to stay in Vanjarwadi and then Bhagur. So my schooling and all that happened there. Then I did my computer engineering. And I joined one company called Cygnus, which was again focused on Japanese market, and I was dealing with the Japanese customer from the beginning. And after a year, I joined Vertex, where I met Sagar. Again, that was focused on Japanese market, and I was working with various clients. I got the opportunity to work with Microsoft. I got the first opportunity to travel overseas, and I went to Microsoft headquarters. I worked in their product development department, and that was a very good experience in my career I got in terms of software. So that was my overall background. So right now the focus that I have is to learn blockchain. So basically we have focused ThinkSmart on latest technologies like blockchain and artificial intelligence, deep learning. So that is where most of the projects and the work that we are doing right now. When we started, we were 2. From the opening office, cleaning the office, and doing the coding and all, we were 2. Then we hired the first guy. That was in 2012. We started in May 2012. In June or July, after a couple of months, we hired our first employee. He's still with us, by the way, and that's how we got the first customer. Also, when we started, in couple of months, we got the first contract. And again, that customer is also still with us. So, and about our responsibilities, we don't have any defined role as such. Based on the need of the customer, we decide, based on our existing priorities, we decide that who can look after this customer, who can get into the deliveries of this particular project, and who can look after the sales. So now mainly we try to devote most of our time in business development. So that is where we try to do. And between us, Sagar is good in Japanese. He can speak very well Japanese, and I have good relationships in US and Western markets. So I try to focus on US, Canada, Australia, and Sagar try to focus on Japanese. I mean, if you say, but that is not very defined. If something is there which I can take up in Japanese market, then I do that. And then if Sagar is available and he needs to work with some Australian customer, then he takes up.
It's mix and match, as he said. Like, the work doesn't stop. As if Sagar is not there, Nilesh is there. So
basically, we both are from technical background, and over the period we have learned the business also. So it is not a defined role. It is as the need and situation demands. Who can handle that situation better? We decide amongst ourselves, and then that person becomes the front. ThinkSmart is our main business. That is the IT services company that we operate. And over the period of time, we started some other companies which were again software companies but product companies. So basically, we created some products through our journey, and for that we created separate product companies which are focused on that particular industry. So one of the company is focused on hospitality industry. So we built a product for hospitality industry, and that company is focused on that particular industry. So the product name is My Smart Check-in. The website is mysmartcheckin.com, and we have certain Indian customers and global customers for that product. Well, so basically that product is mainly to automate the check-in and check-out process. So that is the core of that product. But then there are a lot of components, like there is some AI component which improves the processes in the hotel to allocate the rooms to the guest. Then there are certain features which helps the hoteliers to improve their top line and as well as bottom line. So for example, there are certain features where the hotelier can target specific customers who are staying in that hotel and can upsell their existing things like restaurants or spa or other services which are available with the hotel.
So initially, of course, as I said, like we were working with Japanese geography. The initial few customers were from Japan, and then we grew our business through references mainly. So one customer gave reference to, that way we got second customer from North America. And as far as geographies now is concerned, it is North America, Japan, Australia, Middle East and India. So of course our focus is Japan and USA, but still we have our offices in Middle East, USA. We are starting a new office in Japan, and we have office in India.
When we talk about Japanese geography, still we meet lot of customers or lot of Japanese individuals. So they have that understanding about India, that things are not on time, and it is understood that, for example, deliveries will not happen on time, or there is a lack of meeting the commitment. So basically, that thought process, which or the perception that Japanese has about Indian market, Indian software market, that is something that we want to break. So basically, they agree that India has very good engineers. They have a good number of engineers, but that attitude where Japanese feel the gap when working with Indian companies is that the commitment is not made, and they are oversensitive about it, and the Indian side misses that sensitivity. So that's where we say that, okay, we are the company which will never break the promise. So when we say we will do the delivery on this date, we will do that. So for that, we need to do whatever we need to do, we'll do that.
Okay.
And there were many challenges of different kind, right from the resource or skill level we get in India, and even we need to train them. It's not like that even though they know the Japanese, they can work on the Japanese projects. So there we need to bridge gap as a company, as a individuals, as a like project team. So that was a hurdle, like making the deliveries in Japanese geography. Then we came up with some model where we have a bunch of people who can just train the new people which are going to be on Japanese projects, and they understand the culture and how the Japanese projects work. So as he said, our main focus or intention was never break the deadline, and which was very much appreciated in Japanese market right from the beginning. And we have our motto, like we'll never break the deadline. So that helped us to get more references in Japan. And so that training part is the key, like to make the people aware from India how the Japan works or how the culture is. So that is the main key, what I feel was made us so far successful in getting the new Japanese customers.
Our approach for Japanese market is so what we are doing right now is we are talking to Japanese companies and offering them our services, like we can market or we can sell their product in India or in US, wherever we have offices, we have presence. So and for that particular product we will provide the complete support. So it's kind of a win-win model, because most of the Japanese companies are now open and they want to globalize, they want to sell their product across the world, but they still have that inhibitants that they don't speak English well, they don't have the presence, or they don't know anyone. So that's where we are saying that let us be a part, let us work as a partners rather than vendor customer relationship. Let's be partners. We help you to market your product across the globe, wherever we have relation, and to our customers basically. So basically we have the good list of customers in especially manufacturing industries. We have Tata or bigger names as our customers. So we will take your products to them, we will sell your product, and for that you need lot of customization, lot of changes, integrations with their system. So that is where we'll support you. So that is one part where Japanese customers are liking to talk with us and to see the possibilities of partnerships. Other thing that we are focusing is the migrations. So now that we see there is a huge challenge in the existing manufacturing industry, where the systems are pretty old, built in COBOL or Fortran, and they want to migrate it to the newer system because the support is very costly, and it is become a challenge to even sustain or to continue with those systems. And we have numerous case studies on that particular area of migration from old system to new system, which we can showcase to this customer that this was the customer, this is how we helped them, this is how we migrated. And those specific skill set of COBOL or Fortran or those old languages, that is very rare to find now, and plus they need to speak Japanese. So that is something which is unique that we have, and that's what we feel that can differentiate us from the other companies in that area. We have a team of around 60 plus engineers now, which is mostly based out of India. We have some engineers based in Japan, in US and other countries. So the ecosystem part, especially for Japanese projects, so there are 20 plus engineers and project managers who can work, who can speak Japanese very well, who have extensive experience of working with Japanese clients. They understand, and so the case studies that we have built is basically that team was part of that journey. So they know what are the challenges. We have created some internal tools which help us to create certain documents or certain screens quickly based on the requirements that we understand. And since basically we also have some tools to understand or to migrate this system from Fortran to Java or COBOL to Java. So this is how basically we feel that we have an ecosystem which is built, and there are case studies to show that this ecosystem works.
Okay.
So if you see the software industry in India, there are many more people serving to America than Japanese market. So and the reason is same. As you said, there are more hurdles, difficulties scaling the business here. But from initial stage, as I said, we wanted to have the good foundation. So we had a focus, and the very plus point in Japan market is they have a long-term relationships. So the customer we started with, so we never lost any Japanese customer till date. So from that you can get and there are many who are with us from last 5-6 years. So that advantage we definitely get in Japan. About scaling part, of course there is a difficult hurdles we get, but if you do well, now currently we are facing a problem. So there are many requests from Japanese customer, and we are not able to fulfill that simply because there is a short of Japanese language skill at maybe resource side. They need technical as well as Japanese language skill. But still, we have now found out different ways where we can overcome these hurdles, and we are sure we can scale in Japan too.
So just to add what Sagar said, so stability was again one of the important criteria that we had when we say that because we are looking for lifetime business. We want to do it till we live. So 50 years is what we have in front of us. We don't want to just become big and sell it and through our books. So that is what we have as our vision. So for that, stability is important. So whatever is there, it should run. It should bring the revenue, and that's where Japanese is very important aspect in that equation. Once you win the customer, it is there with you lifetime. That's what we observed, and that's what a lot of information or the case study says that once Japanese customer trust you, it is difficult to meet the expectation, meet the deadlines. You have to do more to actually meet his expectation. But once you do that, once that customer trusts you, then he supports you. So that's where we feel that our vision is to look beyond 50 years. And Japan is one market where we can say that we'll be there in the market for next 50 years. Because it helps us to get the new customers from Australia or even from Canada or US. When we said that we are serving the Japanese clients, and from last 7 years we are able to meet the expectations. So even the world knows that Japan means quality. And you are serving and meeting the Japanese quality, then it is manageable to meet the other geographies quality, and that definitely helped us.
Definitely, whenever we say we are working for Japanese customers from so long, they don't ask any quality related question thereafter. So in for that matter, Australia or USA, so they just believe then so leave it the quality part, and then. We are looking for at least to add 100 people in Japan. So that is what is near future, in couple of years is what we see, and we have that kind of pipeline. So that is one part in terms of number. The other important part is the technology, where Japan is quite ahead in a lot of areas like deep learning or AI, and now we see there is a lot of work happening in quantum. So quantum programming is something which is again unique. So what we see in Japan is just not about doing mundane work. It is about staying ahead of the world. And that's where we see that with the Japanese presence, and with dealing with lot of now local Japanese partners and customers, we can master these new technologies which are going to define the world in near future. So that's where we see that once we have a strong foundation in blockchain, in AI, in quantum programming, we can grow it to again bigger size. But right now the focus is to grow the team of 100 people in Japan.
migration is one of the core need that Japanese market has. So and of course they want it on the cloud and Java, AWS. So that is one of the technology that we support. But going ahead, we see lot of requirements from Japanese customer that okay, we want to migrate, but now want to migrate in using blockchain or using AI. We want artificial intelligence component. We want IoT component. We want quantum computing component. So these are the technologies or the areas that we are building the team. We are training new engineers. We have existing set of engineers who are already doing the projects on blockchain. So these are the technologies that we want to focus on.
That's good.
Of current situation, we have multiple domains like manufacturing, telecom, finance. But if you say Japan and about focus, so manufacturing is the core focus that we want to do right now, and mainly in that also the legacy systems migration, where we can help companies to use, because many manufacturing companies don't know like how to use that new technology. You have AI, IoT, but how to use them is not very. So we want to be in a consultation mode, like consulting them, like how they can migrate the old systems and they can make use of the new systems, so that they have better results.
That is one of the key area that we are looking for, the collaborations. We are looking for new collaborations or new partners, because as I said, Japanese companies want to explore the global market, and since we have the expertise or the existing relations in that market, and it is just not about selling the product, but completely provide the support to that particular customer, the complete ecosystem and the life cycle of the product. So where we feel that there is a strong match between Japanese companies and us, where we can understand what Japanese want, what they can provide, and we also have our own strength where our people can speak Japanese, they can easily understand their system, and they can work globally also, so they can match that systems as per the ecosystem of that particular country. Of course, follow your heart and follow your passion, and see, of course, you have to balance about the practicality and the emotions, but like as we did, you can give yourself the commitment of 1,000 days and try out. There is no harm. You can try out for 1,000 days, give that commitment to yourself, and can see that whether you can succeed or not. And I mean, of course, you can go back to your normal jobs or your normal lifestyle, but at least give a try once, so that after 20 years or 30 years, you will not regret that I didn't try.
Whatever you decided to do, you should focus on that. So because the success definition is different for everyone, so it is not about what revenue you have, what number of people you have. The success can be different for each and every person. At least whatever you think is doable with your boundaries, you should definitely try it in your life. So as you said, you should not regret afterwards, and success may be for you only. The people may not see it, that is also fine for me. So that is the thing. So whatever you decide, what your heart says, you must do it. See, the first problem we had, so as I said, we have many years working with Japanese ecosystem. I traveled Japan before many times, but when it comes to starting a company here, I was very much unaware of the things, like where to start, where to go. And there again, I got a good help from IndoJapanPulse, like about not only about the information, but they provided us the resources. And so it is not about like how much you know the Japan. When it comes to particular thing, you need a specific advices, specific information. That I think is a good channel that this IndoJapanPulse have created, and it helped us as a ThinkSmart. And sure, there may be many more people who will get here. So I see the instant updates. It's the best thing I could see is it's very much active. It's not like that there is a information and it is there for many years and it's not updating. So that is the key. I think it is getting new information, frequent updates, and that will definitely help people going ahead.
I want to add what Sagar said. So we had a very specific problem. We were operating from India and other countries, and we didn't have the option to relocate Japan immediately. That was the biggest hurdle. And IndoJapanPulse has that service where they can at least initially help start the business, which is again very difficult to find from India because all the information is mostly in Japanese on the Japanese sites, and you have to see the place. Or there are a lot of scams happening. It is difficult to trust from across the border that okay, whatever the information is on the website is correct or not, and then you have to transfer the money, which is not easy to trust anyone who is not known to you. I really appreciate IndoJapanPulse. They came forward that okay, we will help you in this, and we will provide whatever you want, and that is really a very good service, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs will appreciate, and once they grow, they will remember that okay, it was IndoJapanPulse who gave them footing to stand in Japan.